You see, but this is what I'm talking about. Because the tailspin is so effective, we literally have no reason to try anything else. I'm okay, look at this, okay? This is considered, I've been told, one of Brian's most technically challenging sequences to do. And all of his tailspin routes do more damage than it. Isn't there a famous stat that said Kazuya players will be at least 2 ranks high if they didn't try to style on their opponents constantly? I get that, but some Kazuya players across the world have made some interesting unhinged tech that at least gives them a different way to think about playing the neutral. While the sameness, for lack of a better word, does make the game somewhat stable, which is hilarious considering which game we're talking about. Okay, but we could at least show it to the players in the org and let them decide. Plus, Kazuya players always throw away their games trying to style on their opponents anyway. What difference will this make? And the first tech we'll be looking into today is, of course, the Kazuya delayed hop kick. Yep, and just like that, in 2026, every single Mishima is hop kicking. Now, out of all the cursed Kazuya tech we're going to see on this list, this one by far is the most unhinged. Because even though it comes across as a little bit of a meme, this move actually has some pretty good properties. For one, it is a legitimate neutral launcher. You'll be able to get a full combo off with a bound and some decent damage. And the second benefit is that it completely avoids lows. If you have a solid read on an opponent trying to do a low, that initial jump will help you get out of the way and you'll immediately punish with the hop kick. Now the reason I consider this move to be unhinged is because it gives Kazuya another means of launching someone in the neutral that isn't an electric, or isn't situational. And as we all know, that on its own is completely sacrilegious behavior. Though I feel like it's worth mentioning that in some communities online, this move is considered trolling and will get you banned.
He's just trolling. I'm gonna ban Yannick. He's just trolling.
Word on the grapevine, of course. The next tech on our list is easily among my favorite of all time, and also involves jumping. I am, of course, referring to the jumping instant demon god fist. See, this move is quite fascinating because it reveals something about a character's grounded state which I had no idea about. See, the biggest problem I used to have is every single time I'd knock an opponent to the ground and attempt to wave dash pressure them, they'd simply toe kick me and reset the neutral. But what this tech reveals is that the moment your opponent tries to toe tap you, they become vulnerable between the toe tapping animation all the way to the neutral. And that gap in frames is surprisingly large. Large enough for you to, I don't know, it follows the same principle as the hop kick in that it completely avoids the character's low entirely, but on your way down, the while standing 2 you use has to be instant. I did find a safer version of this move where you don't need to actually go in and do the jump because that requires a hard read, whereas you can just crouch, and if you measure the distance accurately enough where the opponent's toe kick will just miss you, you can do a demon god fist and the god fist will just clip them. The reason that I think this tech is the best of the bunch is because one thing I think all Kazuyas should be aiming to do for someone who likes a fucking toe kick is that you need to deter them from wanting to toe kick altogether. And what better deterrence is there than a potential 80 to 100 damage? And the last move on this list is, of course, this tech isn't dissimilar to the tech that we just saw. You're going to crouch and wait for the opponent to do a spring kick, and then you're going to punish them with a demon god fist. So if you notice they keep on trying to spring attack you, you're going to do a demon god fist into 80 damage, and then hopefully that'll deter them from doing it again. Could try to counter the electric, but the recovery frames on the spring kick are a little bit unreasonable. You'll probably see this by the time season 3 drops, and I really hope this doesn't age as bad as I think it will.